Hey everybody, it's Jolly and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with a new video and you might be thinking deja vu because my last video I showed you this little shadow box that I made using air dry clay and molds and these Tune-Dex cards, these vintage Tune-Dex cards that I got from Kate Marshall at Inked Paper Art, and then vintage papers and Florentine paper on the outside, and just a little cardboard, uh, the bottom of a cardboard gift box, and just to make this little shadow box. And I had mentioned that I really loved how it turned out, so much so that I thought maybe I would make a series because I have more of these little Tune-Dex cards. And boy, did I ever. So I'm actually off. I've been off of work this week. I'm filming this on Friday, June 5th, and I had time to art, so I decided to art. So yeah, so again, this was the first, the original shadow box, and I actually ended up making three more. So I've got four of these total. So this is the first I made. You're Still in My Heart is the song, and so I've got the heart with wings. And then, so basically, I followed this, basic format for all of the subsequent shadow boxes. So next up, I had the song was A Journey to a Star. And so obviously I had to do a star with wings. So yeah, so that's the song. And so I did the star. And then as a reminder, or if you didn't see my last video, uh, basically these are air dry clay using silicone molds, and then I paint them, and then for the kind of the focal point I actually I paint them with acrylic ink, and then I go over that with a layer of just very cheap clear nail polish to get this sort of shine that I'm after. And then for the wings I do them with Inca Gold. So I used old gold on the wings for this one. And so for this one, I ended up using old silver, I believe it's called, as the color um, on the wings. And then for the inside of the shadow box, I used some Florentine paper because I liked the brightness and the yellow, the pop of yellow that goes with the star. So that's my little star themed box. And then for all of them, I just used the same, some Florentine paper that I grunged up a little bit. I used that around the outside of all these little boxes. So we've got the heart and then the star. And then the third box I made, the song that was inspiration was Don't Take Me Home. So I ended up making this little house clay embellishment. And then, so I painted that. And then for the wings, I ended up using copper Inca Gold. So I try to do like a slightly different color scheme on each of these. But again, still the same general practice. And then for the inside of the box, I used a vintage map of the Midlands in the UK, and just love the color of that map. And I thought it was a cute nod to the taking someone home using a map, etc. So that was the third one I did. And then for the fourth and final one, the song that was the inspiration was Try Dancing. So I ended up making a little disco ball, which I thought was very cute. And then I used the old silver uh, Inca Gold, and then I did also do the nail polish on this one. I was a little nervous about putting the nail polish over that much Inca Gold, but it worked out really well, and I think it does sort of shimmer and shine like a disco ball. And then I just used the gold, the same old gold that I used in the heart one on this one. And then for the inside of the shadow box, I use, this is a an authentic vintage or antique uh, French document, and in a very bright light blue with this beautiful handwriting. So yeah, So these are the four boxes that I've made. So now I've got four, and I was originally with the heart one, I was originally putting it kind of like on a stand and thinking I would just use it as decor. But now that I've got four of them, I think my plan is so I have a couple of artist boards, I think they're called, which, basically just like a canvas, but instead of canvas, it's wood. And I believe I have one that's big enough to fit all four of these. So I think my plan is going to be to um, take the artist board, collage over it, or cover it with Florentine paper or something like that. And then actually just mount all four of these in this order, like this. And then I'll have one piece that I can hang on my wall, because I kind of like all these together, how they look, and the theme working together. And I think I would like that. So if I decide to do that, which I think I'll come back and make just a very quick, maybe just a short, or post a picture on Instagram, um, just to show what that looks like with it all put together. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this project. Again, I had a lot of fun with my 100-day project, but uh, it was nice to kind of get back to this sort of assemblage style, um, kind of 3D mixed media space. And I really love how this project turned out. And I feel like I get to really highlight these very, very cool Tune-Dex cards. It led me down a cool rabbit hole where where I was Googling and learning more about these and how they were used and why they were used. Um, and I also scanned them all, so I still have a record, the front and the back. So um, they're not lost forever. But yeah, but I just really love how these turned out. So yeah, let me know if you're watching, if you let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, and whether or not you think I should mount these and make one big piece out of them. I do have room on my walls in my apartment for that, so that's where I'm leaning, but I would love to hear other people's thoughts. And yeah, otherwise, thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.